From the corner of Munson and Civic Center Boulevard, welcome Fanatics to Menor Ice Arena for game number 18 of your Menor Icebreakers season. Tonight, the Icebreakers hosting the Battle Creek Rumblebees. I'm Angelo Villada, and thank you for listening right here on YouTube.com, your home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. I'm joined alongside color commentary, Jared Tennant. And Jared, the Icebreakers are finally home.
I kind of mixed results on the road trip. A couple of tough games in Columbus, and then dropped a couple in Danville before they finally won in Battle Creek last night. But we'll see how they start out this homestand tonight.
Yeah, that rough road trip began on Thanksgiving Eve as the Columbus River Dragons defeated the Icebreakers 3-1. Menor's lone goal was scored by John Butita. The following game continued the chippiness and saw the River Dragons repeat the result with a 7-5 victory. Parker Masso scored a second goal of the game to tie it up at 5, but Columbus scored 2 goals in the final minute to win. Menor would come away with one win from Georgia with a 6-3 victory over the River Dragons on Saturday, November 30th. Butita and Conway each netted 2 goals, including one apiece in the third period to earn the Icebreakers win. Then last Friday on December 6th, Danville defeated Menor from David S. Palmer Arena by a final score of 3-2. Conway and Alex Morrow scored the goals for Menor and found that net. On December 7th, last Saturday, the Dashers completed the sweep with a 5-3 victory. Conway, Henry Berger, Brody Duncan each scored for the visiting Icebreakers. And finally, last night, as Jared alluded to, the Icebreakers invaded the rink at Battle Creek and won 6-1, led by Declan Conway's 4-goal night. He added on an assist as well, making it his highest single point total with 5 in a night and first career pro hat trick. Ezri added a goal, as did returning Tim Perks. Also, to keep you updated before we get to the lineups, the Icebreakers signed a player on Saturday last week, Blake Nada, and last Wednesday, the Icebreakers traded Nikita Sedenko to the Yellow and Black Attack, the Rumblebees. And how about this one? John Butita named FPHL Rookie of the Month for the month of November. So a lot has happened since the last time we've sat here from the Breakers broadcast booth.
And it was a frustrating road trip for sure for the Icebreakers. But one thing to keep an eye on is the team is 2-7 in games decided by 2 goals or less. Games decided by 3 or more goals, they're 8-0. So those close games, they need to find a way to win. But when they lose, it's been close.
We'll take a look at the starting lineups. Jared will bring you the starting line for the Rumblebees.
On left wing, it's going to be Stavros Soilis. And right wing, Marco Luciani. Centering that line is Adam Howie. On left defense for the Rumblebees is Sebastian Crystal, who got in a fight last night. And on right defense is Mark Steele, the former Carolina Thunderbird.
Crystal's a pretty good name for the ice.
Oh, absolutely. I like that. In goal for the Battle Creek Rumblebees is Joel Eisenhower, the former Icebreaker, got the start last night as well.
And we saw him here at the home opener. Now the starting line for the guys in double blue. Centering that line, number 16, Tim Perks, getting his second start in a row. Good to see Tim back out there. At left wing, number 22, the Painesville, Ohio native Declan Conway. Right wing, number 14, John Butita. Both of those guys had 17 goals on the year atop the FPHL. At left defenseman, number 3, Dimitri Danieluk. And at right defenseman, number 18, Henry Berger. And in the goal for the second night in a row, number 30, Jordan Brandt, as Austin Rodebush on the injured list right now. So that's the starting lineup for the guys at double blue, the Menor Icebreakers. As we get set here for opening puck drop, and glad you can make us a part of your Saturday evening. And there's a little bit of spottiness with the connection on YouTube, so we'll apologize right now if you're experiencing any technical difficulties or lag time. It's going a little in and out with the rain throughout the day. So just bear with us on that. We'll do our best to bring you tonight's broadcast as clearly and as well as we can. And thanks for, again, making us part. And, Jared, we'd be remiss without saying Santa Claus is coming to town literally here at Menor Ice Arena tonight.
It's a big night for all the kids in attendance, get to meet Santa Claus.
Yep, and there's we'll tell you about all the holiday happenings that are going to be happening here at Menor Ice Arena, because if you're looking for a promotion and something to do over the holiday break, we've got lots of opportunities. If you're not here with us tonight, we'll tell you about them all coming up shortly. But the Rumblebees have taken to the ice, which means the Icebreakers are about to skate out as well. And then we'll bring you the national anthem and the opening puck drop here from Menor Ice Arena as they take on the Battle Creek Rumblebees. Keep it right here on YouTube.com.
Start with the singing of our national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And a great job on the national anthem by Madison Sakita as we get set for Saturday night action from Menor Ice Arena. And ceremonial puck drop about to take place as Tim Richards, host of the Q102 morning show, and Santa as well is out there to drop the puck before we get tonight's action underway. And we'll tell you all about the holiday happenings coming. First thing I want to tell you, though, about is the Marine Toys for Tots campaign to collect new and unwrapped toys for children in need is going on until the end of next weekend's game. So you got the 20th and 21st to help us out. Address the close to 30,000 children in Lake and Geauga County who are in need and whose families cannot afford to buy presents for their children. The bin is located right here at Menor Ice Arena and outside the team office. We'll be collecting through the December 21st home game. Bring new and unwrapped toys for the Marine-sponsored Toys for Tots campaign of the 2019 Christmas season. And those will get to kids right here in the area as now we get set for the opening puck drop. The Battle Creek Rumblebees are in their yellow jerseys with black stripes, black and white trim, and honeycomb decal. They will move left to right on the ice as the Icebreakers will be in their Christmas jerseys, double blue with white numbers, and that's snowflake and Christmas ugly sweater themed decal. And they get a shot off that goes just wide right, and we're underway here for Menor Ice Arena. 19:46 on the clock here in the first period. The Icebreakers will move right to left here in the first period. Henry Berger on the starting line will dump that one behind the net from center ice as the Icebreakers on a quick full change here, less than a minute in to the first period. Up against the near boards, Esri will skate to get control of that puck. He will try to take past his man, Gino Mini there. Gets boarded up by Mini here on the near boards and takes a seat on the ice. That puck all around Eisenhower. Wind-up shot goes just wide right from the stick of Nate Farrington. Got to get used to those. Excuse me, no, that wasn't Nate Farrington. That was Alfonso Diaz. Got to get used to that snowflake decal in between the numbers there.
Throws you off a little bit.
Brody Duncan now crosses center ice, winds up from the left. Oh, and he scores! Wow, the little wrist shot from Brody Duncan from beyond the blue line. And at 18:51 remaining in the first period, with the goal horn blaring back here at Menor Ice Arena, it's good to be home. Icebreakers 1, Rumblebees 0.
Yeah, Icebreakers were all over Eisenhower early. Made their former netminder make 3 saves in the first 15 seconds of the game. And Brody Duncan with the 4th shot of the night, just a rocket of a slap shot coming in on the blue line there. I believe that's Brody's 3rd or 4th of the year. Just confirmation on that.
18:51 in, and he was from the left blue line, and nice wrist shot there on the unassisted goal. Brody Duncan, the Toledo, Ohio native, makes it happen early. And if you remember, Jared, when we had the home opener here back at the beginning of November, it was the Icebreakers scoring 54 seconds in on these Rumblebees, who come into the league at 0-18. They're trying to, make something happen. They were the last ones to the party. But tough night here against the Icebreakers, who have already scored here early. 18-22 remaining here in the first period of play from Menor Ice Arena. Battling for control behind the net now. Icebreakers take it at the right circle. Nice stick handle move there by Diaz. Or no, Butita, excuse me. Guys, still got it. Those snowflakes are all in the way here. It's like flurries inside Menor Ice Arena. Nice looking jersey, but got to get used to calling. Clauston will wind up and take the shot, and Eisenhower makes the glove save.
Going back to that Brody Duncan goal, that was his 4th of the year, so he has the exact same scoring line as Alex Morrow. The 4 goals, 10 assists, and 14 points. Those two are tied for 3rd on the team in points now.
And that added teamwork play is going to be very much appreciated to balance out the Butita and Conway line, both at 17 goals coming into the game. Now back, cycles that one back to Berger. Berger's pass picked back, but he gets right back to him and dumps it down there on the near boards. Gino Mini will pick it up, but it's knocked down there by the glove of Declan Conway, who had, what a performance last night did. Declan Conway of the Painesville, Ohio native, 5-point night, including his first pro career hat trick. And the Icebreakers have a 4-0 shot on goal advantage and a 1-0 lead here as they control the puck in the neutral zone. They'll cycle that one back to Brody Duncan, who got his 4th goal here just moments ago. Battle Creek now works it right to left across the ice to Mark Steele, the defenseman from Danville, but not Illinois, New Hampshire. Now Gino Mini trying to cross the blue line. He's tripped up by Conway. Battle Creek's able to keep it in the neutral zone, and they work it up to Malcolm Zander. Zander will tap that puck back to Mini. He's got Steele right side if he needs him. Nice forward pass there up to Zander, but it's coming right back across the blue line, and Brody Duncan physically gets the puck away from Mark Steele, but will be whistled for it here at 16:50 remaining in the first period.
Rumblers really have been a little bit overwhelmed here with the energy from the Icebreakers early on, haven't been able to get anything going in the offensive zone.
And you got to really feel for Battle Creek as coming not only 0-18 and the last team to join, which is a tough thing to do in a 6-team league, let alone a 10-team league, but have been outscored before today, 28 goals to 128 given up. So they've had definitely most of their problems on the defensive. Lined up shot there, goes off the right glove of Joel Eisenhower, former Icebreaker. And I swear, Thomas Stewart Dance still number 13, right?
He is.
Does his jersey say Claus on the back of it?
Yeah, it's kind of like the military jerseys.
Okay,
like
I wanted to
Christmas
make
sayings
sure.
on the back.
I wasn't seeing things because I almost said Claus has the puck and takes it over the neutral zone.
That is not Santa Claus, number 13 for the Icebreakers. It's actually Thomas Stewart Dant.
Okay. Now that puck behind the net, Battle Creek able to work it up near the end of their offensive zone, cross the blue line into the neutral zone. That puck now up to number 19, or no, number 9, Luciani. Marco Luciani, the Toronto, Ontario native. Put a whistle on the ice once again, 15:49. And Menor with the 7-0 shot on goal advantage here, and the one that matters most, the 1-0 lead on the scoreboard, but plenty of hockey left here in the first period. Again, thanks for joining us on this Saturday night, a rainy day here in Northeast Ohio.
Battle Creek had kind of a tough situation heading into this game, made it even more difficult. Last-minute scratch to their leading scorer, Nathan Margits.
That's a tough blow for them. Top part of the line for the Rumblebees, who can't afford to lose any of those key components. No team can, but especially as they are in pursuit of that first victory here in the FPHL. They cross the neutral zone now. Zander trying to make his way and stick handle pass a pair of Icebreaker defenders. There's Clauston and Conway back there. Now at the other end, Zach McKenna wearing 27 now, almost pokes one in right side. Battle Creek trying to get this out of Dodge. Alex Morrow keeps the puck down here now, and the Icebreakers will apply the forecheck led by John Butita. Battle Creek working it up here on the near boards closest to our booth. Nice move by Soilis to break free, crosses the right circle, trying to spin around the front of the net. And he's cut off by Conway and Clauston again. A good combo effort. Now a little give and go from Butita. Gets that one up to Conway. Conway stick handling his way through all defenders, bounces off Eisenhower's jersey and back out. Nice little move there, stick handling move from the Painesville, Ohio native. Trying to pick up where he left off last night, but Battle Creek trying to tie this one up. A nice feed to the slot, and the shot there from Stavros Soilis, and the Montreal native almost put one in the net to tie it up at 14:29 remaining. And Jared, that was the first shot on goal for the Rumblebees, and they almost made it count.
Stavros Soilis right now, he's only played 5 games for the Rumblebees, doesn't have a point yet, but he's made his presence felt here early, getting a lot of chances for the Rumblebees early on with the team that's been limited offensively.
9-1 the shot on goal advantage. We'll have a draw here in the right defensive circle. Closest, Jordan Brandt. First time we're seeing him here at Menor Ice Arena, but not first appearance with Rhoda Bush currently injured. Now the other way, puts it in the back of the net. Faked it right, tucked it in left, and Mark Esery joins that list of people with 4 goals on the season. Came in with a 3-9-12 scoring line, make it 4-9-13, and with a few changes on the Icebreakers roster, Mark Esery picking things up offensively, and Brody Duncan and guys like that, it's going to be key to balance that scoring line out for Coach Duncan.
Ever since about, I'd say last February, the Icebreakers have been a very tough team to play at home. They're showing it again early this year. Have a couple of home losses to Delaware and Port Huron, but overall they've been tough to play at home, and Battle Creek is seeing that here tonight so far.
So the Icebreakers take a 2-0 lead here, 14:09 remaining in the period, and both Brody Duncan and Mark Esery pick up their 4th goals of the season on 2 very nice plays. The stick handling move by Esery and the hard wrist shot from Brody Duncan, and that's where we sit here. On this Saturday night, Icebreakers looking for the sweep after dropping 4 of their last 5 in the road trips to the River Dragons and Dashers. But a possible win tonight, as here comes Moskoff, winds up shot, deflection, and Jordan Brandt will fall on that one. But a possible win tonight, depending on what Watertown does, could put the Icebreakers, all things said, in first place. Menor right now at 30 points, 10-7 coming in. Danbury is at 10-4-0-2. They're on an 8-game win streak, 32 points. And Watertown at 11-5, 0-0 at 33 points, but on a 3-game slide. So the Eastern Division is tightening up, and Elmira's right there too at 7-7, 1-1. It's a tough division, has the Eastern Division been so far. Of course, Carolina with 11-game win streak and 15-1 in clear first place of the Western Division.
You could definitely make an argument that the Eastern Division has 4 of the top 5 teams in the league outside of, obviously, Carolina and the Western Division. They have 4 teams with a positive goal differential. Only Delaware's in the negative in the East.
Yeah, Menor would be, and Danbury and Watertown would be in second place of the Western Division if that was the case. Now 13-12 is the case here. Left in the first period as the Icebreakers make their way into the defensive zone of the Rumblebees, but that pass pickpocketed, and Soilis takes it, but he's boarded up there by Thomas Stewart Dan, or Claus as we almost called them earlier, but a quick whistle on the ice for offsides will slow the Icebreakers' momentum temporarily. But we told everybody, Jared, about the holiday happenings coming up. So not only is Toys for Tots going on, but there's a holiday flex pack going on as well. 20th, 21st, 26th, 27th, and 28th, 5-package deal where you also get a game puck and an entry to win a signed Icebreakers Christmas jersey. We'll tell you a little bit more about that, but to throw that out there, you might want to check into that. That's right over Christmas break in the holiday season. Come spend it here with the Icebreakers. Esery's got it left circle here in front of the Rumblebees net. They get boarded up here on the near boards, trying to clear this one out. Get a shot here. They're stuck here on this left side. Duncan takes it, deflect on the wrist shot, and an almost goal for newcomer Blake Naida from Brooklyn, Ohio. First time we've seen him here. He was just picked up last Saturday, and first appearance on the home ice. I believe he's made 1 appearance on the road.
Another Northeast Ohio guy to join Declan Conway and John Butita.
Hey, and those guys are on fire, so we'll take all the Northeast Ohio guys we could get at this point. And Brody not from Northeast, but Northwest Ohio, and he's the other one of the goal scorers tonight. Battle Creek now has it on the near boards, trying to work something here. Is Moskov. Maxim Noskov from Kirov, Russia.
Actually, the guy that replaced Markets in the lineup at the last minute.
That was a last-second change for the Rumblebees lineup tonight. And the problem they've been having tonight, at least, is clearing it out of their defensive zone. Not too much time other than a few fast breaks has been spent at the other end of the ice. Now, all that being said, it's 2-0 and much time left on the clock for the Icebreakers, or for the Rumblebees if they want to get back into this game. But if you've looked in the other games, the Rumblebees have to keep it close over the first two periods if you're a fan from Battle Creek to remain in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've only come, I believe, 2 times they've come within 2 goals of winning, but overall they just got to keep things under control heading into the third period, and then with 1 period of play, you never know what could happen.
I know they had a great early effort against Danbury a few weeks ago before Danbury kind of blew that game open, so we'll see what happens. Got to play all 3 periods of hockey, and right now the Icebreakers controlling the puck in that defensive zone, that yellow and black area. Butita is back there along with Tim Perks, which is great to see Tim Perks back out there. I know Timmy was definitely waiting to get back out there, the Oxford, Michigan native. He was out for quite some while, but in his brief stint last year, he was pretty successful on the ice on the scoring line. Now they'll dump that one behind the net. Butita trying to center it, and he does. Got it to the slot to Clauston. Nice feed there, and now he gave it right back to Butita. It was Butita to Clauston, and then Clauston to Butita, but the Rumblebees send it across the other blue line. Eventually now the Icebreakers will maintain possession. Conway will send that one right to left over to the neutral zone. Henry Berger back out there. Berger will dump it behind the net, allowing the Icebreakers to be on the change. 10:20 left here in the first period of play for Menor Ice Arena. Little scrum over here trying to clear from the near boards. And Battle Creek will gain control of the puck. They work it up to Soilis. Soilis will feed that pass up to Adam Howie. Soilis just tosses an Icebreaker down to the ice, getting a little physical, trying to keep things down here. They got the puck down here in the Icebreakers defensive zone and want to make something happen. But doing all he can to clear it out is Henry Berger. And Gino Mini now will send a right to left pass. But the forechecking pressure here from Conway and Esri keeps the puck now behind the net of the Rumblebees. Now the Icebreakers work it across the neutral zone once more. Farrington will dump that one back in behind the net as well. 10-3, the shot on goal advantage in favor of the Icebreakers, wearing those brand new Christmas jerseys for the 2019 season. They'll wear them the whole month of December. Battle Creek trying to work the puck back up into Menor's zone, but Brody Duncan picking up speed, crosses the blue line. That's about where he took the shot last time. This one's a little softer rebound there, and it'll cycle back to Alfonso Diaz. Diaz works it over to Duncan, now from the right side, and he'll send it just far wide right. Battle Creek again now gets it up to Malcolm Zander on the far boards, trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Duncan will wind up, wrist shot wide left. Esri will chase that one down. Back to Diaz. Diaz winds up, goes for the deflection to Zach McKenna, but a whistle on the ice now with 8:42 remaining here in the first period of play.
Looks like the Icebreakers will head to the power play. I didn't see what the call was, but that's just a product of spending that much time in the zone. Guys get tired, you force them to commit a penalty. It's Mark Steele for the Rumblebees headed to the penalty box.
And the Icebreakers would like to thank Lake Health for providing the medical staff for tonight's game, as well as training facilities for our players to use all season long. At the Live Healthy Fitness Center, the Brunner St. and Dietrich Wellness Campus right here in Menor, Ohio. You'll enjoy convenient hours, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and friendly, experienced staff to help you meet your goal. As the Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play now for the next minute 52, already with a 2-0 lead here on the Battle Creek Rumblebees here in the first period. Mark Steele in the penalty box, and Vaughn Clauston will leave that puck there for a fellow teammate to come across now into the neutral zone. Butita was that man. Battle Creek taps that puck away and is going to send it the length of the ice away from their net. Oh, we've called the shark, the pipes or the netting area, the shark tank for the Icebreakers. I guess it would be the hive for Battle Creek. They want to keep that puck away from the hive. And now here comes Butita. Nice stick handle move through traffic, and he sends it off the backboards in front of the Fanatics with a sea-level view there. Brody Duncan winds up, almost got another good deflection. Brody Duncan, with as hard as he takes those shots, he's a great component of getting deflections off of his shot. Now cycling it forward, and the net moved a little bit, bounced off the left post. They'll reset it now to Brody Duncan, center blue line, and Butita was hanging out right there in the slot, trying to recycle that one back in, but Battle Creek drops it all the way down to Jordan Brandt. We were about to tell you about it before the last icebreaker goal. Jordan Brandt, first home appearance here, played college hockey at Portage College from Onway, Alberta, Canada. 7:14 now remaining in the first period. Forecheck by Xander. Icebreakers will work it up here on the near boards. Back to Dmitry Danieluk. Over to Farrington, right side, cross the circle. He'll stick his skate in, and now they work it back to Danieluk, left side. He's near the top of the circle, feeds it to the slot. Rebound shot, just misses there, rattles off, and here comes Malcolm Xander crossing it to the neutral zone the other way. Unfortunately for Battle Creek, they've had to be content to dump it behind the net quite a few times. 13-3 shot on goal advantage in favor of the Icebreakers. 6:35 remaining here in the first period. On the backs of a Brody Duncan and Mark Esri series of goals, about 4 minutes apart from each other. Battle Creek trying to free that puck down on the far boards, and nice stick to it there. They'll flip it off the back boards. That one looks like it's going to go out of play, and I believe does there. So the Holiday 5-pack we were telling you about, you'll receive an entry to win an Icebreaker Christmas jersey signed by the team. The drawing will be held during the game on December 20th. Tickets are on sale online for this 5-pack holiday deal or at the team office during regular business hours from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. until December 20th. For more information, please go to our website at www.menoricebreakers.com or call our team office at 440-290-8502. On December 20th, we will be giving away our team Christmas card to the fans that attend the game. On December 21st, dig way back in your closets and pull out your best ugly sweater to wear to the game. It'll be our ugly sweater theme night. You may win a prize for having the best one. December 26th, Boxing Day. It's Thirsty Thursday. All that holiday fun can make you thirsty. Beer and wine, only $2 all night. December 27th is Menor Youth Hockey Night and Kids Club Night, co-sponsored by Moe's Southwest Grill. All Menor Youth Hockey players who wear their team jersey will get into the game free with a paying adult, and all Kids Club members get in free too. Post-game skate as well. And finally, on December 28th, Star Wars Theme Night. We'll be playing music and showing video clips from Star Wars. And if you have gear, put it on for the game. We promise it'll be fun and out of this world. And I believe Jared already got dibs on the Darth Vader costume. So we'll see you on December 28th as Darth Vader, Jared.
Yeah, I'll see you then. I'm ready for it.
We get set to return to action ice, but that is a really good deal, though. You know, if you're looking for something else to do over Christmas break, that holiday 5-pack, chance to win that signed jersey that they're wearing tonight, and all the other promotions that are going to be going on. Check that all out at menoricebreakers.com. Face-off here at the left defensive circle in front of the Shark Tank, and they put it in. Does Battle Creek right back from the break, and the Rumblebees are on the board.
That was Ryan Alves from a tough angle, just caught Brandt off guard. For Alves, that's his third of the year. All three have come against the Icebreakers, including 2 in this building.
Ryan Alves, that name should sound familiar. Former Icebreaker before being traded maybe around this time last year to the Danville Dashers. Nice little move there, and that is a key and critical goal for Battle Creek, who, like I said, they've got to do enough in the beginning periods of the game to stay in it. You know, they're bound to get a win at some point, multiple wins, I would guess, but they have to not lose it early. And, of course, the Icebreakers need to shake that off and know that they've had Battle Creek's number thus far this season and get back to playing the hockey they started the first 10 minutes over. Of course, both teams have their plans and strategies. It's easier said than done. Now you got to put them into action. Wind-up shot there, and the save by Joel Eisenhower. Now, Eisenhower played in a few games, I believe, near the end of last year for Menor, Jared.
Yeah, he signed with the team early on. I don't think he saw any ice time then before he was waived, and he was re-signed later in the year, and the Icebreakers needed to pick up a goalie with a couple of injuries. I think it was back when John Selly Hansen was manning the crease and he had gotten hurt.
Yeah, he made his way into a handful of games. The whistle on the ice now, 5:36, 14-4 shot on goal advantage in favor of the guys in double blue and with the snowflake decal, the ugly sweater jerseys. And I was trying to compare them at picture. I think I saw an Icebreaker Christmas jersey here. This is the second rendition of the Christmas jersey. Do you have a preference, Jared?
I do like this year's, I think, but Declan Conway just took an interference penalty about a second into that play or after the faceoff. He got called for interference.
So with that, he will go to the box, and the Icebreakers will be on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. And for Battle Creek, scoop save made there for Jordan Brandt. You just score a goal. Now you have the advantage, the 5-on-4 advantage, and you got to be thinking, if you're the Battle Creek squad and bench, that now is the time. Time is of the essence, and this would be the time you would try to tie it all up.
And their power plays last in the league, but the Icebreakers, for as good as their penalty kill's been overall, they've been struggling, especially on the road on the penalty kill. So this could be a good chance for Battle Creek to get back into it.
So the only appearance between these two teams here was the home opener when the Icebreakers won 10-3. A little bit different here tonight, 2-1 currently. Icebreakers in the lead. In the final just over 5 minutes of the first period. Got it to the slot, and that was a good opportunity for Luciani. That was a very good chance there. Battle Creek, minute 25 left, goes for the deflection off the wrist shot. That was from Gino Ministick, the Richmond, Michigan native. And the Rumblebees off to a decent start here on their power play. Play their games at the rink at Battle Creek with a similar sized arena here as Menor Ice Arena. The last hockey at the semi-pro level for Battle Creek was the Revolution, who played in the All-American Hockey League from 2008 to 2011. So they're happy to have hockey back in Battle Creek, and now trying to support their Rumblebees here as the last expansion team to the party here in the 2019-2020 season. Looking to see if they can score a goal here. Nice steal there from Vaughn Clausen. Crosses the blue line. He's got one man to beat. He drops it back, leaves it for Esri. Esri at the circle, but nice cutoff there by Mark Steele, and they clash bodies there. That was a nice cutoff by Mark Steele as Esri was winding up for a pretty hard shot on goal.
That was a great recovery. Von Clausen looked like he had a breakaway, but Rumblebees recovered pretty quickly and cut off any opportunities the Icebreakers would have had offensively.
So 4:17 remaining here in the first period of play. 39 seconds left in the penalty kill. Rumblebees with that 5-on-4 advantage. Moskov takes it on the near boards, trying to center it back. Up to Alves, back to Moskov. Moskov just goes wide left, and Alves getting involved in a lot of the offensive efforts here over the last couple of minutes, but now coming the other way is Tim Perks, who we said so great to see him back out on the ice. First time in a while. He played last night as well in the starting line, but it's been some time for him. Gino Mini crosses the defensive circle right side for Menor. And now the Rumblebees switch sides, and the shot there from Ethan Bush Anderson, the Marquette native. Dumps behind the net, and quick pressure coming in from Declan Conway. Wasn't able to get it. Nice job by Eisenhower to clear that one out.
Conway nearly had a breakaway coming out of the penalty box, just a little bit long on the breakout pass.
Now crossing over, Declan Conway takes a shot. Glove save by Eisenhower, but he lost control of the puck, and the deflection almost found its way in off of the stick of John Butita, who's tied with Conway now after Conway's 5-point night last night with 17 goals apiece. Henry Berger will feed it up to Alex Morrow, who tried to cross it center to Butita, but it went off a Rumblebee skate. 2:49 now remaining in the first period. Thanks again for making us a part of your Saturday night, wherever you're listening, whether Menor, Ohio, Battle Creek, in between, or beyond. Declan Conway finds his way and takes a laser disc shot that goes off the top of the back glass and out of play. That was a hard shot.
Tell you what, I don't know what Alex Morrow did over the offseason, but he's looked like a whole new player this year. He was a solid contributor last season, but now he's one of the top scorers on the team, and he looks like it when he's out there on the ice. He just looks really confident with the puck on his stick.
Yeah, he put the hard work in, and it's paid off definitely for both him individually and for the team. And now the Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play Again, a big thank you to the Icebreakers medical staff, Chris Lewis, Rashawn Bailey, Cassie Mann, and Malia Harwood, as well as Lake Health for providing medical staff for tonight's game and throughout the season. Happen to catch a number of who went into the box for the Bees?
Didn't see, but it should be going up on the scoreboard in a second here.
David Nicoletti, number 89, Toronto, Ontario native. He'll spend 2 minutes in the box, so the Icebreakers on the 2-minute power play. Clauston gets it to Duncan, back to Clauston. Clauston fakes the windup, feeds it up to Farrington and goes wide left. Now back to Duncan. Duncan trying to center it. No. That puck will go across the length of the ice now to the stick of Jordan Brandt. He'll leave it there for Vaughn Clauston. Got a few players from Michigan, Does Benner, playing against the Battle Creek Rumblebees, and Clauston, one of them from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Brody Duncan now feeds that one up to Farrington. An immediate whistle on the ice with 1:58 remaining and 1:25 left in the Lake Health power play. If you're looking for the ultimate Icebreaker experience, purchase tickets for a Founders Room and enjoy restaurant quality food as well as a chance to meet head coach Ian Duncan and Icebreakers players at each and every home game. Tickets start at just $30. Go to MentorIcebreakers.com for more information. Brody Duncan now sends that one left to right. Now Clauston takes it center. Crosses the blue line into the Rumblebees offensive zone. Almost gets dumped into the Bees bench, and you don't want to spend too much time in the hive. You'll get stung. Clauston will chase that puck down and is able to keep it alive and get it to Brody Duncan.
Worked that one in seamlessly. That was great.
I'm glad you gave me credit for that. Now getting tangled up here on the near boards. Duncan with another hard shot. Esri almost able to capitalize it. 1:26 remaining, 53 seconds into power play. Morrow in control of the puck. He's getting challenged there, though, by Hayden Way for the Rumblebees, and the Rumblebees are able to send it down the length of the ice. 39 seconds now left in the power play. Coming across the near boards now, Declan Conway looks like he got pickpocketed as Luciani flips it into the air. He's able to get that one up, and the shot from Adam Howie just goes over the top crossbar. And I thought Howie was going to be in the right spot, right place there, but he put it just high.
Yeah, bad turnover right in front of the net by Clauston.
And at the other end of the ice, Tim Perks makes it 2 nights in a row. There you go, Timmy. He's glad to be back out there. And how about adding one for the guys in double blue? Tim Perks makes it 3-1 and capitalizes on the power play opportunity.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, but when Tim's out on the ice, he's one of the best players. And the reason that Ian Duncan slotted him in on that first line with John Butita and Declan Conway, you're seeing the kind of player he is over these past 2 games. 2 goals, assist, when he hasn't played competitively for close to a year.
And you got to give Tim Perks credit. He did everything he needed to get back out there on the ice. Nice guy as well, and to see it pay off for him is great, because I know how much he was waiting. He loved helping the team off the ice, but he loves even more helping the team on the ice. And he helps his team out in a big way, making it a 2-goal game again.
The Icebreakers didn't score any of their power plays last night. They get one here. I believe they're now 1 for 3.
Wow, so that is pretty impressive when you think about the night Declan Conway had. 4 goals and 5 points, and that's no power play goals.
Battle Creek's lone goal last night actually came on a 2-man advantage, and it was Alves, so that's 2 goals in 2 games for Alves.
Yeah, Ryan Alves has liked playing here. I believe he had a couple goals as a Danville Dasher here as well after we traded him.
Well, he seems to score in this building when he's playing against the Icebreakers.
So we're in the final 10 seconds, and it's Icebreakers 3, Danville 1. 18-7, the shot on goal advantage. Make it 19 shots there. As that one sails over the net. And zeros are on the scoreboard at the end of the first period of play. It's your Mentor Icebreakers 3 and the visiting Battle Creek Rumblebees 1. Take a look at the scoring from the period. Brody Duncan started things off quickly. 18:51 remaining in the period. Just crossed the blue line. Wrist shot, hard, back of the net, good. 1-0 Icebreakers. Mark Esri nodded his 4th goal of the season as well for number 4. 14:09 remaining. Faked right, shot left, and it was 2-0 Icebreakers. with about 8 minutes before the next goal was scored, and it was for the yellow and black attack, Ryan Alves. Nice little move by the net, and he made it 2-1. But Menor capitalizes on the Lake Health power play. Tim Perks makes it 2 goals in 2 games so far since his return back, and he scores on that Lake Health power play goal. 3-1 is the score where we're at right now as we get set to head to the first intermission.
Yeah, if you're the Rimmel Bees, that last goal certainly hurt. You could have been within a goal heading into the second intermission, but you're definitely not out of this game. Only down 2, plenty of time left, and you could have had 2 or 3 goals that period. The Rimmel Bees had some grade A scoring chances, just only capitalized on one of them.
So we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll take a look around the FPHL scoreboard. We'll bring you the Habco Tool and Development shots on goal for the period, the Vitamix saves of the period. Take a look at the FPHL standings as well. That's all coming up here on YouTube.com. Thanks again for making us a part of your Saturday night. Once again, as we head to first intermission, Icebreakers 3, Rumblebees 1. here and on YouTube.com. As we are in the first period of intermission, the score, Menor 3, Battle Creek 1. Your Habco Tool and Development shots on goal for the period. 18 for Menor, 7 for Battle Creek. Your Vitamix saves of the period. 15 for Joel Eisenhower and 6 for Jordan Brandt. When we take a look at the FPHL standings coming into tonight's action, the Eastern Division is led by Watertown at 11-5, 33 points. Danbury at 10-4, 0-2, 32 points on an 8-game win streak. Menor at 10-7, yet to play in overtime, 30 points. Elmira in fourth at 7-7, 1-1, 24 points. And Delaware with the win, now 3-12 for 9 points. The Western Division is led by the fast Linen Carolina Thunderbirds, 15-1, 45 points, 11-game win streak. Then you have the Danville Dashers in second at 9-8 for 27 points. Port Huron comes in at third, 6-6, 2-0, 22 points. Columbus, 5-8, 1-1 for 18 points. And Battle Creek with 0-18, 0 points. Menor comes into tonight at 76 goals scored, 50 given up. And Battle Creek at 28 and 128 coming in to tonight's action. We got 5 minutes before we return to the second period in action on the ice. And again, we thank you for wherever you are joining us here on this Saturday night and second game of the series between these two teams. Want to remind you once again that holiday 5-pack of tickets is available. Games for the 20th, 21st, 26th, or 28th. You'll get a chance to enter the Icebreakers Christmas jersey signed raffle, which will be on the 20th. And again, the Christmas card on the 20th. Ugly Sweater Night on the 21st. Thirsty Thursday on the 26th. Menor Youth Hockey Night and Kids Club Night on the 27th. And Star Wars Theme Night on the 28th. Lots of home action coming. An Icebreakers game is a great way to get together with friends and family. We have discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more people. Contact us directly for more information on how to schedule your group of night here at Menor Ice Arena. The groups who have come have had a great time, so make your group one of them. Bring your business, bring your family, bring whoever you want, and have a great time here. We mentioned the Kids Club, which is for kids between the ages of 5 and 16, eligible to join the brand new Junior Icebreakers Kids Club. Members receive a membership t-shirt and card, having special access to events with players, and will receive free admission with a paying adult during select games through the 1920 season. Cost is just $15 per child. And for more information, stop by the merchandise table the next time you're here or visit MenorIcebreakers.com. Spuddy's Tavern, preferred restaurant of Menor Icebreakers, is located on Menor on the Lake, and they'll give fans 10% off their bill after Icebreakers home games when you bring your ticket stub. So if you're here or if you're coming to a game in the future, hold on to that ticket stub. Go to Spuddy's. You get 10% off your bill. A pretty cool thing. And Wingate by Wyndham La Malfa is the preferred hotel for the Menor Icebreakers. Visitors coming in from out of town can take advantage of special room rates while mentioning the Menor Icebreakers corporate rate when making your reservations. So the score is 3-1. The Icebreakers atop the Rumblebees here in Game 2 of the weekend series here to kick off December, wearing those Christmas jerseys with Scrooge and Grinch and Claus on the back of the jerseys. In just a few moments, Jared will bring us the up-to-date out-of-town scoreboard from around the league as second period action coming up here with the Icebreakers scoring pivotally. 47.1 seconds left in the first period. Tim Perks pulled one in, and that gave the Icebreakers the 2-goal lead once again. So we're 2 minutes away from puck drop, second period.
So looking around the league here, Port Huron and Columbus, a 6 o'clock start. Those two are still scores 0-0. Carolina's on top of Elmira. That was a 6:05 start. So they're at the first intermission. Carolina up 2-1. And in what's got to be the game of the night, right now, Watertown and Danbury are tied at 1 in Danbury. And then over in Danville, in Delaware, I believe that is, Danville and Delaware are tied at 0-0.
And Watertown on a 3-game slide. They jumped out with only 1 loss for quite some time atop the Eastern Division. Danbury trying to do it the old-fashioned way and take first by beating the team you need to lose. They are on an 8-game streak. Here we got the Rumblebees, who again were a bit thrown into the fire to start the year as the 10th and last expansion team of the FPHL, but they battle every game. That's why they're the Battle Creek Rumblebees, looking for their first win of the season. They trailed the Mentor Icebreakers, who picked up their 10th win of the season last night. And when you take a look as the guys take back to the ice here at most goals scored for Icebreakers, John Butita and Declan Conway now tied at 7. Nate Farrington, Alex Morrow, and Mark Ezra, a 3-way tie at 4. Most assists, John Butita with 18 coming into tonight. Declan Conway 16, and then both Brody and Alex Morrow at 10. As Jared said, Alex and Brody have the exact same scoring line at this point. And most points, John Butita 35, Declan Conway 33, Alex Morrow, Brody Duncan both 14, and now Mark Ezri at 13 rounds out the top 5 scorers in points for the Icebreakers. 20 seconds left here till we resume action on the ice. Men are in their Christmas jerseys. Will move from left to right this period. Dark blue, light blue trim, white numbers, and snowflake and Christmas decal like a sweater. The Battle Creek Rumblebees in their yellow, black, and white jerseys with honeycomb decal and stripes down the center will move right to left. Icebreakers up 3-1, 20 minutes on the clock, 18-7 shot on goal advantage for the Icebreakers. And here we go, we're underway, second period action. Battle Creek will flip that one over center ice. Butita comes away with it. Butita blitzing in with that blitzing jersey, but a immediate whistle on the ice. 19:48 remaining in the second period. We'll have a face-off now near the blue line closest to Rumblebees net. Trying to maintain possession here, kind of bouncing off of their stick a bit as the Icebreakers challenge to keep the puck down here in their defensive zone. Behind the net now, that one goes off of the back of the net, and they'll cycle it back. Does Declan Conway takes a wind-up shot that bounces off of Eisenhower's glove. Now Battle Creek will be content to dump that one far, far away from that dangerous area as Mentor was looking to score once again in the first minute of the period. And chasing after the puck now is Blake Naida, newest Icebreaker from Brooklyn, Ohio, and wind-up shot there, deflects off Eisenhower. Battle Creek trying to get it past that blue line, get it into the neutral zone. They do. Luciani keeps it there, but Mentor has the advantage and able to dump it out to Alfonso Diaz right side. Diaz pass picked off though, and here they come the other way to the Rumblebees. That's Stavros Soilis. Takes one that goes off the back wall. Icebreakers coming quickly the other way. Ezri crosses the blue line, past the circle. Looks to center it, trying to get it to the slot there. He's got Conway hanging out in there. He's guarded pretty heavily, though. Diaz now, center. Farrington tried to turn and shoot. That pass is taken by Noskov, Maxim Noskov. Up to Luciani on the left defensive circle. Just goes wide right. Now a swooping shot from Gino Mini. But here goes Mentor the other way quickly, and a stick lost there by Zach McKenna.
A little bit too aggressive there for McKenna. Just got his stick in on Gino Mini, I believe, of Battle Creek. And I don't think he was trying to take him down, but when you get your stick caught up on a guy's skates like that, you never know what's going to happen, and he takes the penalty that time.
So Battle Creek will put Mentor on the penalty kill, and we'll have the 5-on-4 advantage. I want to thank a few of our sponsors: Marco's Pizza, Kemp LLC, Conway Land Title, Toe Drag Apparel, CSP Insurance, Market Street Family Restaurant, Global Real Estate Advisors, Homelight, an online real estate company, Lake Erie Marine Sales, Mosaic Properties, Stadium Grill, Preston Products, Bethlehem Christmas Lights Park, Cana Winery, McGarry & Sons, Nova Southeastern University, Auburn Career Center, Mentor Ice Arena, Fitness First, Ganley Village Automotive, JD Cleaners, and Burger IM. Face off now, right defensive circle in front of the Icebreakers net. So for the next minute 56, Battle Creek will have the 5-on-4 advantage due to the high sticking penalty called on Zach McKenna. Trying to poke one in here. It's all around the slot. Can anyone get it in? Ring around the net here. Finally cleared free, and Clauston slices it over the ice down the length of the ice. 17:38 remaining here in the second period. Good forechecking there by Alex Morrow to stall the penalty advantage for the Rumblebees a bit, but now the Rumblebees get it down here. Now from the right blue line, that's Manson. Wind-up shot, deflect and save made by Jordan Brandt, and a good one there as they are on the penalty kill. Want to thank our off-ice officials, Brian Kelly, Greg Butala, Greg Kopp, Warren Linder, Russ Arala, Joe Knight, and Bobby Van Sickle. Taylor Ruyer on game day operations, Frank Schmidt, operations intern. Larry Rummel, Al Moon, and Lawrence Rummel on the sound crew. Jared Tennant on color commentary and communications manager, and Casey Healy on the video stream. Minute 10 remaining here in this penalty kill. Icebreakers doing their best to get out of it, and maybe a shorthanded goal as Declan Conway skates free down the center, but Eisenhower will make the save.
You know, the Icebreakers are first in the league for a while with those 7 shorthanded goals, but they've kind of stalled out. They haven't had one for a while. Now they're tied with Columbus, I believe, with 7 shorthanded goals apiece.
And they didn't get a shorthanded goal until January 19th last year versus Danville. It took most of the season to get to one.
A lot of those are from John Butita. I believe he has 3 of them.
That pass just goes wide right across the circle. Icebreakers trying to make something happen here, make another shorthanded goal. Battle Creek trying to take advantage of the advantage. They cross center ice. Gino Mini loses control of the puck, though. 16:35 remaining in the second period from Menor Ice Arena, game 2 of the weekend series. Battle Creek now will skate into the neutral zone. Tripped up there, and that will probably draw a whistle.
Surprised they got away with that one. That looked pretty blatant.
I thought for sure the Icebreakers were going to get called for the trip there. They do not. Rumblebees have it down here in the zone of the Iceberg. But out, breakaway for Farrington. Farrington! Oh, bar down, goal! And a shorthanded goal. Ask and you shall receive.
Saying that one off the crossbar didn't go in.
Up. Ask and you shall almost receive, but Battle Creek does. This is crazy. Pandemonium for Menor Ice Arena. What's going on, Jared? Lights are going off on both ends. Oh, so first we almost had a tripping call against the Icebreakers. It was waved off. Free breakaway by Nate Farrington. He's the only man in the entire defensive zone of the Rumblebees. Scores bar down. Lights go off. Goal horn goes off. We're going crazy. That's called off immediately. Battle Creek does waste no time, skates the other way, and puts it in the right corner of the net past Jordan Brandt.
Well, first of all, that was a heck of a shot. I think that might have been Adam Howie for the Rumblebees, but what a turn of events there. I think the Icebreakers are arguing that the Rumblebees' net was off when they took that puck after Farrington initially looked like he had scored. Then Eisenhower knocked the net off, and it was pretty clear it was off. And Eisenhower just put it back on after the Rumblebees put it into the Icebreakers' net. So Menor's whole bench is pointing over at the net saying, hey, the net's off. That goal shouldn't have counted, but we'll see what the officials decide.
Credit to Battle Creek. You always I tell the kids in soccer, you play into that whistle, and Battle Creek raced right back down here in the counter and put in the back of the net. So there is no tripping penalty, and I believe we know at this point the Farrington goal will not stand. I think
That's
we're
for sure.
We're just down to if Howie's goal will stand or not. So it's either going to be 3-1 still, or 3-2 after all that when it all shakes out.
I'm not sure. I swear I saw the net move on Farrington's shot, but officials have a better view than I do down there.
All kinds of action here as they sort it out. I want to tell you how we're going to sort out your Monday. So the weekend doesn't end on Sunday, right, Jared?
Absolutely not.
When you want a lazy Sunday on Monday, the weekend ends with Mo Monday. Visit us at our Menor, 2 stores in Menor, South Euclid, or Mayfield stores. Welcome to Mo's, who's always been locally owned and operated because they care about local communities and making them stronger. Without you, wouldn't be here. We just happen to roll a darn good burrito, too. So come on by today. We've got the tortillas ready. Welcome to Mo's. As they're going to spend a bit of time here sorting this one out. All kinds of things to take a look at here as we take a look at the replay.
Credit to Eisenhower there. There was a lot of cheering. The light went on. Seemed like everybody was celebrating Icebreaker's goal, but he was paying attention to the official, and the official signaled no goal. And he was all over that puck right away and got it up to his forward.
We got Slam right here. He's waiting to see, get the Fanatics pumped up here or not. Of course, the BB Sting and Battle Creek would be happy if it was a Battle Creek goal.
So no goal for the Icebreakers.
The goal from Rumble Creek was good.
Oh, added to the scoreboard. Battle Creek's goal is considered good. It's 3-2. The Fanatics don't like it here at Manor Ice Arena, but up in Calhoun County, they do.
One thing I do know is the net was off when that goal was scored.
So was that Howie is going to get credited for the goal?
Yeah, credit to Howie. That was a great shot.
15:58 remaining, and he makes it now a 3-2 game. Back at just one goal advantage for the Icebreakers. 0-18, you could throw it out the window because right now we got a good hockey game here. Although, at one point it was all Menor. Right now it's 3-2, and you got to imagine Battle Creek's pretty hungry knowing that second period they're still in this game. Offsides whistle here.
McElroy Scott just couldn't get his skate back that time.
So it's 15:29 remaining in the second period of play. The score is Menor 3, Battle Creek 2. Menor with the 20-11 shot on goal advantage. And the Rumblebees come away with the only goal in that crazy turn of events. That was a wild maybe 25 seconds.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like that, but I feel like I say that every game.
Yeah, there's always something. And as I always tell you, Jared, you've seen everything until you see something new, and then you've seen everything until the next thing. You got that all sorted out? That might have been as confusing as what happened here on the ice. But John Butita skates across the neutral zone. Deflects off of the stick of Xander, though. Oh, I couldn't read what that was. They've got all the Christmas words on the back of the jerseys. It says Donner, as in one of the reindeer. Another whistle on the ice here. A lot of whistles over the last couple of minutes. Lots happening here. And you could check it all out. Season ticket package is still available starting at under $12 per seat. Brand new 7-game flex package and that holiday 5-game package. Check it out. More information, MenorIceBreakers.com. 440-290-8502. Santa's coming by. We've had Slam coming by. All kinds of excitement here. And the next time we're here on the 20th, it'll be the team card giveaway night. You're going to want to get that. So come to Menor Ice Arena. Check out a game with your family. It's a good time. Now the two teams battling for control of the puck. Maybe the Icebreakers should have asked Santa to wave that goal off and give him credit for the other one. But no such luck here. Battle Creek earned it. Howie with the nice goal scored. And action goes on. Xander will dump that one behind the net. Now the Icebreakers D-line will chip that one forward, led by Brody Duncan. Works it up to Esri here on the near boards. Esri trying to get that pass over to Stuart Dant. Battle Creek doing a good job closing out here defensively. Now Alfonso Diaz gets it back up to Esri. Esri winds up shot in traffic, bounces off of Eisenhower face mask there. Now trying to turn it and poke one in is Farrington. Esri's there as well, still alive. Eisenhower can't figure out where the puck is. He did a nice job shuffling in front of the net, but that puck was kind of trailing all in front of him. Credit to the Rumblebees defensive line and himself, though, for keeping it out of the back of the net. As the Icebreakers now behind their own net. Brody Duncan will reset things, center ice to Esri. Pass stolen there by Noskov. Esri now flips it forwards. Icebreakers on the change. 13:38 remaining here in the second period as we head towards the Labatt Blue second intermission. Now skating free is Noskov. Noskov tries to get that pass back to Bush Anderson. Alves is down there too, who scored the first goal for the Rumblebees. Now Battle Creek will be content to dump this one again behind the net. We'll see how much aggression is put into the offense for Battle Creek, or And McKenna's
Not
going to
sure
get
about
whistled
that
out.
one. Called that icing. McKenna was clearly there, and Eisenhower not to play the puck.
And then I mean, what's your thoughts here, Rumblebees? Are they going to be content to ride out a one-goal game for a while before maybe adding a little bit more of an aggressive offensive stance, or do you think they're going to try to strike while, the iron's a bit hot?
I think right now they got to just keep doing what they're doing. They're really not playing all that badly. They're playing with a ton of energy. They don't look like a team that's winless. They look like a team that is motivated and wants that win.
I was just going to say, they don't look like 0-18, that's for sure. Face-off now here directly at center ice. Dmitry Danieluk from Minsk, Belarus will flip that one forward. Now wind up from Jackson Tucker, I believe his first time out on the ice tonight. The Matthews, North Carolina native. 22-11, Menors doubled up on the shots on goal, but only a one-goal lead. Battle Creek now skates into the neutral zone. Nice feed to Luciani. Luciani from the circle and the left glove save made by Jordan Brandt. Nice save there by the new goaltender for the Icebreakers, Jordan Brandt, the righty, 6'4", 205 out of Onway, Alberta, Canada. And he makes a crucial save there as the Rumblebees had a nice little give and go across the neutral zone there.
2-on-1 chance, Conway Butita.
Butita crosses the circle, winds up and takes it. I thought for sure he was going to look left to Conway, and he said, you know what? Nobody's pressuring me. 12-24, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm making it a two-goal game once again in favor of Menor.
Man, that's just a tough position for Eisenhower. If there's any two guys in the league you don't want to face on a 2-on-1 breakaway, it's Declan Conway and John Butita. They made it look easy that time.
35 goals between the two of them. You're bound to see that happen. That's a tough thing to be left with. And so now 12-24, the unassisted goal
On the score.
for Butita, and he becomes the sole goal-scoring leader once again for the Icebreakers at 18. I guess they're going to give the long assist to Clouston, and also give credit, I don't think it was 26, but
Alfonso Diaz, I believe, is what he announced.
Alfonso Diaz and
25.
Clouston. Okay, so they'll give the credit there. But he had a nice breakaway, did John Butita, and either way you slice it, 18 goals on the year, leading both the team and the league. Former Kent State Golden Flash, another one of those Northeast Ohio talented players. That one sails right off the penalty box into the Icebreakers bench with 11:38 remaining. That's got to be a tough one if you're the Rumblebees, because you came back down 2-0, you made it one goal. You made it 3-2, you made it one goal again. But you don't really want to play constant catch-up the entire evening.
That's what they've been doing all season, really, playing from behind. It's just a tough way to win.
So we'll have a face-off now, right defensive circle, right back in front of the Hive, and Farrington will take the draw for Menor. 4 goals so far. 4 different goal scorers for the Menor Icebreakers. Diaz flips that one forward to Farrington over the left circle. Now feeds that one up to Blake Naida. Nice stick handle there by the Rumblebees to get it into the neutral zone. Luciani crosses over, takes a nice little wrist shot that goes off the back glass. Soilis will keep things down here, dump it behind the net. Thanks again for joining us here on YouTube.com on this Saturday night. Hope you're enjoying the game. Mark Esri racing to get that puck. Almost took it away from Joel Eisenhower.
Eisenhower's been aggressive playing the puck tonight for sure. Seen it multiple times.
And I think, Joel Eisenhower has improved from last year. I mean, he's given up a lot of goals and had a tough go, but you're seeing some personal development, I believe, from him in the net as well. It's never just the goalie's fault when you're giving up a plethora of goals.
You look at Battle Creek's netminders, Jacob Mullen and Joel Eisenhower, they have almost identical save percentages, right around .862. And all things considered, those are pretty solid numbers on a team when you're facing usually 50 shots a night a lot of the time. 70+ against Carolina the last 2 weekends.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds are in 15-1, sole place of the first place Western Division for a reason. They also have given up only just over 20 goals as well. Everything rolling down in Winston-Salem. And we'll see the Thunderbirds on the 20th and 21st. So we got to season some things up, tune some things up here, and not look past the Rumblebees either. 9:48 remaining here in the second period. Gino Mini will cross into the defensive zone of the Icebreakers. He's boarded up there by a helmetless Butita. Oh, Alvis wanted the feed. See that? He was smacking his stick on the left circle saying, I got a good look. Speaking of good looks, Declan Conway with the sliding shot goes just wide right. Alvis wanted a 2-goal game there. Wind up from Dimitri Danieluk. Now for the slot, and almost chips it in, was Tim Perks. Back to Perks. Behind the net to Esri.
And Perks, with 2 really good looks at the net there, just couldn't put them home. Missed wide on that first one, and then Eisenhower came up big on the second shot.
And he feeds it to Danieluk, but that one will go wide right as well. Coming the other way. Here come the Rumblebees. That's Alvis again. Might have feel like missed an opportunity to take an opportunity, and a whistle on the ice there. 8:53 remaining here in the second period of play as we head towards the Labatt Blue intermission. The Icebreakers officially launched their booster club. Visit the merchandise table next time here or MentorIcebreakers.com for more information. And bring those new and unwrapped toys for the Marine Toys for Tots campaign. We'll be collecting them both Friday and Saturday next weekend as well as tonight for the kids in need. And now a shot, feed from Esri to Berger, and just misses there. Rumblebees on the counter. Nice pickpocket there by Esri. Esri stick handles past the defender to Conway, the slot, and a goal! A beautiful stick handle by Mark Esri. And then off the front of his stick, flipped it up to Conway, and the Painesville, Ohio native goes tit for tat with John Butita, and they are both once again tied atop the Mentor Icebreakers scores with 18 goals apiece, 1 each tonight.
Yeah, Mark Esri's having one of the better games of the year. Already has a goal, now and an assist. That was just a great backhanded pass to Conway on the back door for an easy finish. I don't think Declan's going to have much of an easier goal than that.
22, Declan Conway. Assisted by number 4, Mark Esri. And number 3,
And Dimitri Danieluk credited on the double assist as well. And how about this? The Icebreakers have scored on, I believe, 2 of their last 3 shots on goal, 28 so far for the game. And this is sort of reminiscent of the game we mentioned. Heads up, that one coming out of play, but reminiscent sort of to the Battle Creek Danbury game we were talking about, where I believe it was 2-2 and it became 4-2, and I want to say Danbury may have won by 8 or 9-2, is that Battle Creek is playing good chunks of periods and some even good periods. But with the competition of the league, it hasn't been enough to just play that amount of solid hockey.
No, with the parity around the league this year, it seems like anybody can beat anybody for the most part, but Battle Creek is yet to join that party. They're still struggling, still looking for that first win. And Nate Farrington there took a delay game penalty, and he was not happy with himself. You could tell as he went to the penalty box.
So Icebreakers now on the 5-on-4 advantage for the next minute 54. And we feel, I mean, Icebreakers were the last to join, but I was telling someone off the air, you know, Icebreakers were the last to join of 2 new teams of 6. Battle Creek was the last to join of 4 new teams of 10. So the amount of thin pool there for the 2 years, the Icebreakers can most relate of the expansion teams from last year, but Battle Creek and even more thrown into the fire there. Alves works it up now to Noskov. Mini to Alves, into the circle, cycles back, feeds it up to Noskov. And that puck's going the other way. 7:07 remaining here in the second period of play. Duncan flips that one forward, tries to get it up to Morrow. Morrow, and there's Eisenhower again with another aggressive play. He'll get some help from Hayden Way down there. Now here comes Minnie. Minnie takes a shot, deflects off the pad of Jordan Brandt. Battle Creek trying to keep things down here for the final 42 seconds of their penalty kill. Well, Mentor's penalty kill, their power play. Either way you got it, they're trying to make something happen and get back into this one. Very important in the final 6.5 minutes here of the second period. And 23 seconds now left in the period. That's Stavros Soilis trying to set something up. Battle Creek kind of cycling around the ice. Now they finally take a shot. Does Gino Mini. Bounces off the pads of Jordan Brandt. They took some time and they surveyed the options. They get a good shot off, but unfortunately just doesn't go in for them. Not a bad power play trip for the Rumblebees, but of course, anytime you have that advantage, you want to take advantage of that and put one in the net. Ooh, Fish will kind of get sandwiched in between there, a icebreaker and a Rumblebee.
If you're Battle Creek and you're on the power play, then you don't want to look at the numbers at all because the numbers aren't great. But tonight, really haven't looked bad at all in the power play. Like you said, they've got some quality chances, got some really good shots off, just haven't put one in.
Esri stick handles free. He was looking for Conway in the slot there. Goes just wide right. Now feeds it up. Here comes Soilis on the near boards. Soilis beats his man and makes a sliding effort to keep things alive, but Mentor will cut off. You see the effort from the Rumblebees, and it's just going to be piecing it all together and maybe making a couple of key acquisitions if they've done. I don't know if have you seen Sedenko out there yet for them?
17, I don't think I have tonight.
I know we traded Nikita Sedenko, and there's a shot on goal for the Rumblebees from Carl Manson, who's had some pretty good numbers so far for the Rumblebees. Alvis keeps things alive on the right side of the blue line there, flips it forward, and Jordan Brandt will cover it up. Flip it into his glove for the save. 4:57 remaining here in the second period of play. Thanks again for joining us wherever you're listening from. Hey, it's almost Christmas time, and if you want an extra little gift, Icebreakers Apparel makes great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers. Don't forget to visit the merchandise table to finish off your Christmas shopping list. Coming soon, you will be able to purchase your apparel on the website as well, which is cool if you can't make it out to the game, or maybe you live out of town, but you support the Icebreakers, or you got a relative that's on the team or on the staff, so that'll be coming soon. Keep posted on MentorIcebreakers.com. Of course, Jared Tennant will keep you up to date on all of the Icebreakers social media channels, game recaps and previews as well. Once again, thanks to Madison Sakita on the national anthem. And Tim Richards stopped by from the Q102 morning show for the ceremonial puck drop. Thanks as well to him. So that holiday pack we told you about, that's going to kick off. You take a look at that schedule, Jared, it doesn't get easier. It gets harder before it gets easier because we got Carolina in town Friday and Saturday. And then the 3 days after the holidays, Danbury and a double with Port Huron. All at home, but some pretty stiff competition from the FPHL.
Yeah, and you hate to without your number one goaltender, but Jordan Brandt's shown he can hold things down back there. He's played well. He had a couple of good periods against Danville before the Dashers took over late. But it's going to be interesting to see how he performs against the Carolina team next weekend that's been dominant once again.
Maybe we'll have some holiday good luck. We fared pretty well against Carolina even in our expansion inaugural season against the Thunderbirds the week of Thanksgiving. We play them the week of Christmas. Maybe the Tides will stay the same. You never know, though. So 4:52 remaining here in the second period of play. It's Icebreakers 5, Rumblebees 2. Off the backs of the last Icebreakers goal. Rumblebees trying to respond. Here comes Noskov again, as well as Gino Mini. Nicoletti down there as well, trying to set something up here in the defensive zone of Mentor. Gets off a quick shot that goes wide left. Now down the far boards before taking a hit. The pass there from Jackson Tucker. And this one's going back and forth here on the ice. Icebreakers trying to keep possession of the puck down here. Zach McKenna flips it behind the net. John Butita racing to get control of it, does a 360 spin move. Conway could have almost picked that pass off, but just out of his reach, and now the Icebreakers will cycle it back. And now they'll work it over right. It might be Joe Keenan. Yeah, that's 26, so Joe Keenan is back out there. I thought we saw a 26, and it is. Joe Keenan has returned to the Icebreakers. Good to see him back, coming off the injury. Now, here comes John Butita and Declan Conway left side, flanking in. Butita with the shot, and it's in! No, it's not. It's out. It's out.
Got the backup goal judge working tonight, we got to work out the kinks a little bit. That was
You know how we have
outside
all
of the
those
net.
promotions? Tonight's opposite night. If it's in, it's out. If it's out, it's in. If it's a goal, it's offsides. If it's icing, it's icing. 3:09 remaining here in the second period. That's why it's not just about the light. The light looks nice, though, when it shines up like Rudolph's nose. We're in the Christmas spirit here, the Breakers broadcast booth. Now that one deflects off of an Icebreaker skate, and here come the Icebreakers going the other way. Conway tries to feed it up to Butita, but he's cut off there by Hayden Way. Now coming the other way, Alfonso Diaz chips one forward, but Rumblebees pick that pass off. Wind-up shot goes behind the net. That was from the stick of Adam Howie, who had the last Rumblebee goal. Now Brody Duncan sends it right to left up to Esri. Esri picks up speed, beats his man, stick handles through, leaves it for Conway. Conway with the shot and the save by Eisenhower. Rebound, no good either. And a nice job there by Joel Eisenhower to keep it out of the net. Joel Eisenhower, the lefty, 5'10", 176 from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, does enough to slide himself out there and prevent one going in the net and making this a 4-goal advantage. 2:16 now remaining in the period. Face off here, right defensive circle. Wind up shot by Dimitri Daniel. It goes just around the net. As we head towards the Labatt Blues second intermission, when we return, we'll bring in the shots on goal and saves on goal for the period and take another look at the FPHL scoreboard. Here comes Manson across the ice. Nice pass back. Shot goes behind the net. Now along the near boards, Mark Steele in a race with Mark Esri. And they leave their mark there as they clash up against the boards.
A couple of marks in the collision there.
Yeah, did you like that? I said mark up.
I liked
yeah.
it.
You're catching on here. I'm all my little word plays here tonight. Got to be quick on our feet or quick on our skates, although I can't skate a lick. And a whistle on the ice. I believe the Icebreakers are going to get a tripping call there. They don't like it, but it is what it is.
That one looked a little bit inadvertent, but you still got to call it.
So that'll put the Rumblebees with another opportunity on the 5-on-4 advantage. Icebreakers would like to thank our medical staff, Chris Lewis, Rashawn Bailey, Cassie Mann, and Malia Harwood, as well as Lake Health for providing medical staff for tonight's game and throughout the season. So with the 5-on-4 advantage, it also will put the face-off down here in the defensive zone in front of Jordan Brandt. It looks like it will be Phoenix McElroy Scott taking the draw for the Rumblebees and winning it. That pass gets a little away from Manson, though. And now here, coming quickly the other way, here comes Alex Morrow. Morrow over the right circle. Extends his stick behind the net now. Tries to work it over right side, and a good body up there by Manson. Manson missed the play offensively, but he went all the way back to help out defensively. 1:02 left here in the second period of play for Menor Ice Arena. Icebreakers 5, Rumblebees 2. The Rumblebees had cut it to a 1-goal lead for the second time tonight at 3-2, but it's been 2 straight once again for the Icebreakers as they look for the weekend sweep. Now the wind-up shot off the stick from Blake Nada, newest comer to the team. 38 seconds left, 1:10 left in the penalty kill, so barring a Battle Creek goal, they will have about 40 seconds remaining in it in the second period. Alva's left circle says, I want to make it happen now, go slot, and just miss his opportunity to Shea Carey.
Thought you jinxed it. I really did.
No jinx there. Here comes Vaughn Clauston. Clauston over the blue line, over the right circle, 15 seconds left. Winds up, takes a shot off of Eisenhower. Here comes the Rumblebees, 10 seconds left. Alves has got it. Feeds it up. Nobody there, 3 seconds left. Get the shot off, and it's deflected off of Clauston's stick, who sends it off of the rafters, and we are headed to the second intermission with the score of the Icebreakers 5, and the Battle Creek Rumblebees 2. You take a look at the second period scoring. Adam Holloway scored in that crazy period where the goal was called off from, I believe it was Conway, right? The called off goal?
That was a Farrington
A
shot.
Farrington shot. Yes, Farrington had the breakaway. Light goes off. Light wasn't supposed to go off. Battle Creek wastes no time, races down the other end, and Holloway scores to make it 3-2. 12:24 remaining in the period. John Butita got his 18th, and then 8:30 remaining in the period. Declan Conway got his 18th off the Mark Esri stick handle and feed to him off the top of his stick. 5-2 Icebreakers going into this second intermission.
Yeah, if you're the Rumblebees, that was not the best period for sure, but you got 33 seconds of power play time heading into the third period, so power play has not looked all that bad tonight.
And
See,
Santa Claus is here.
Sure, Santa Claus is here, so you never know what's going to happen in the third period.
And you're going to find out everything that's going to happen when 20 minutes go back on the clock here at Menor Ice Arena in the third period. We're going to step away for a quick break. Once again, Icebreakers 5, Rumblebees 2. We'll update you on everything going on when we return. Keep it right here on YouTube.com.
The coolest mascot
back from Menor Ice Arena. Icebreakers topping the Rumblebees 5-2 right now as we get set for the third period. But right now during the Labatt Blue intermission, the shots on goal, 32 for Menor, 16 for Battle Creek, brought to you by Habco Tool and Development. And the Vitamix saves of the game so far. You have 14 for Jordan Brandt and 27 for Joel Eisenhower in the net for the Rumblebees. Jared's going to take a look here in a moment for our scores around the league. But I got to give a shout out to the fan down there with maybe the widest gap of fanship I've seen in one outfit. So he's got a cool Vancouver Canucks jersey from Western Canada and a Cincinnati Reds baseball cap. That's covering two nations and the East and the West all in one.
He may be the only Canucks and Reds fan in existence. It's possible.
He very well may be. I don't know which one would be rare to see. A Vancouver fan in Cincinnati or a Cincinnati fan in Vancouver. What would be your guess?
I don't know. I mean, Vancouver doesn't have a baseball team, and Cincinnati doesn't have a hockey team. So I'm not sure which one is more likely there.
Maybe it's who has relatives there. Well, maybe the Reds would get a boost because they're the oldest franchise in baseball history, so maybe there's some like historic baseball fans up there. Or maybe baseball isn't really cared about up in that region. We'll leave it up to the listeners to decide. You can figure it out at home. So instead of arguing over the Christmas table, if you can't find a safe topic to talk about, you could just come up with random things like, are there more Canuck fans in Cincinnati or Reds fans in Vancouver? It's a safe topic, Jared. We're helping people out here. You want to help people out and tell them some scores around the league?
I do. I think I will.
Okay.
We'll start off with the game Icebreakers fans will care the most about. That's Danbury and Watertown. Right now, the Hat Tricks are on top 2-1 in the second period. Seems like Danbury just always gets that timely goal. They went down early on a shorthanded goal by Jamie Lucas, and then less than 3 minutes later, Matthias Kasich responded, and then just about 5 minutes after that one, Aaron Atwell scored to give the Hat Tricks the lead. They always seem to get those goals whenever they need them the most.
They seem to get goals in bunches, too.
And Danville and Delaware now tied at 1. Carolina and Elmira on another good game, 3-3 tie. And Port Huron is on top of Columbus, 1-0.
And for those playing at home, which you would be, Carolina and Elmira is a rematch of the 2018-2019 Commissioners Cup.
Seems like they've already played a ton of games, which is part of the reason why Elmira's only at 500 right now.
If you take a look at the schedule, we don't even see Elmira home or away until February 21st. That almost doesn't even seem like it could be the case, does it?
It's kind of weird. That's also what it was like last year. We didn't see him until mid-January. I think the first time we played him was the Icebreakers' first overtime game. I think they lost that one to the Enforcers, but we don't even see Elmira at home until March.
And then we see him 6 times, but here's the thing I really don't get. Played the season opener with Watertown for 2 games. We see them in the last homestand to end March for 3. How are we only playing Watertown, a divisional team, and a very important one at that, 5 total times?
I don't know how other team schedules work out, but just looking up and down the Icebreaker schedule, it doesn't seem like the divisional formats really had to do much in terms of how many times they're playing these teams, because they're playing Carolina a bunch, and Carolina's a far road trip. I think they have 6 or 7 matchups against the Thunderbirds. They play Port Huron a ton, obviously, because they're so close, and Battle Creek as well. So with Menor being kind of the most Western of all the Eastern teams, it kind of makes more sense to play a lot of these Western teams more than their
That is
division
interesting
rivals.
to think of Menor in a group of cities being the most Western, here in Northeast Ohio. That's an interesting thing to think about. Kind of blows your mind. And isn't there a game coming up from Bloomington, Illinois? Because there might possibly be a franchise there. Aren't they playing a handful of games there? I believe 3 over the next couple of months.
I know there's at least a couple of exhibition games. Or not exhibition, they're real games. It's just neutral site contests. I know Danbury and Danville are for sure playing at least participating in games there. I'm not sure what the matchups are.
I want to say Port Huron may have been in one of them, but I think the first one's coming up soon. But right now we got action on the ice. 20 minutes on the clock. Rumblebees will move left to right. Icebreakers will move right to left. And 27 seconds left in the penalty kill here in favor of the Rumblebees with that 5-on-4 advantage for 19 more seconds. Thanks again for joining us here on YouTube.com. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's game so far. It's been a good one here. Good to be back home at Menor Ice Arena. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left in this power play opportunity. They're going to get a shot off, but it's going to deflect wide left, and the Icebreakers are back to full strength and avoid giving up the shorthanded goal against them, or power play goal against them. So now that winds up behind the net, and here come the Icebreakers the other way. Henry Berger gets it center, sends one in behind the net. Nope, gets trapped up off the stick of Gino Mini, and Berger hangs on to it. Now he'll flip it to the slot. Esri was looking for a turn and shoot, but he had Hayden Way on him, who will send that puck down the far boards and work it up the ice.
Great vision from Berger there. He made the right pass, but I don't think Esri was ready for it.
And that was right after Berger did a nice play by holding onto the puck. I thought he had lost it in an errant pass, and he had that thing like on a rope. That one, a frozen rope from Brody Duncan, bounces off of the pads of Joel Eisenhower, who's been very busy tonight, seeing 33 shots come at him. And now at the other end, Brandt will let that one slide off his pad to Alfonso Diaz. Diaz works it up center now to Esri. Esri works it left side. Wind up Farrington, glove save, nicely done by Joel Eisenhower. The lefty makes the left-handed glove save there.
Speaking of Nate Farrington, he actually recently named the first official captain the Icebreakers have ever had, with Brody Duncan and Thomas Stewart-Dant as the assistants.
And Farrington has been a very trusty guy. Not taking the draw right now is Zach McKenna, but Nate Farrington over the last 2 seasons has been the draw guy. He's centered that line for the Icebreakers through and through. He's been a staple guy that you can always just count on. Doesn't spend too much time in the box, just helps out the team both offensively and defensively, and of course on those takes, those draws. He's definitely a great addition to the team, the East Freetown, Massachusetts native. Now, Joe Keenan, who returned tonight, works that over left to right to Jackson Tucker. And battling for control of that puck up against the back boards there. Clauston will get it right side blue line, but couldn't maintain control of the puck, and he'll cycle it back with Dimitri Daniel. Kasoilis will apply a bit of pressure. Now they work it up to Butita. Wind-up shot off of the left pad there of Eisenhower. Now behind the net, Butita circles around Way. And Noskov as well, trying to make something happen here. Butita still in control of the puck. He's got Daniel with them left side flanking from the circle shot. Goal! What a feed to Declan Conway. And look at the little jig and dance as Butita finds Conway, and that scoring line dances their way to another one in the back of the net. Do you like that dance move there from John Butita?
I like it. He just handed Declan Conway the team lead in goals with that one. He seems pretty happy about it.
Unselfishness here, displayed by the Icebreakers scoring line, as the feed from Butita to Conway, and how seamless was that left to right? It was a beautiful pass. Conway with his 19th goal of the season. Butita adds another assist. There's a reason why these two are over 30 points each and on top of the FPHL.
Yeah, and obviously losing Parker Moskal on that top line hurts, but Conway and Butita, they have that chemistry that we haven't really seen between two Icebreakers. We didn't see it at all last season, but it seems like they always know where the other one is.
When you're dancing, things are going well. I don't think you see teams that don't have chemistry dance too often.
I don't think so either.
So now Alfonso Diaz works it up to Brody Duncan. He scored it all. He started it all off just a minute over into the game. He made it 1-0, 18:51 remaining there in the first period. But that Conway-Butita line, and if you add in the work of Morrow, the work of Esri, the work of Farrington, the work of Duncan, guys like that to that line, you have a dangerous offensive unit. Now, the Rumblebees trying to get this one out of Dodge and try to get a scoring opportunity of their own. Soyless is down there. Flip backs down the other end, and we'll have a whistle on the ice with 15:36 remaining here in the third period of play. It's fun when the guys are having fun, too. You know, that kind of thing is contagious for the team as well as the Fanatics. When you see the team you're rooting for doing well and having fun out there on the ice and success following suit, that's a good combination. That's a good recipe.
And obviously, Cleveland and Northeast Ohio has never been really thought of as like a hockey hotbed, I guess you could say. But Conway and Butita, they're two of the best players in the league, and they're homegrown.
And, of course, Butita played at Kent State. Coach Ian Duncan played his hockey at Bowling Green State University. I'd like to thank our off-ice officials, Brian Kelly, Greg Butala, Greg Kopp, Warren Linder, Russ Arella, Joe Knight, and Bobby Van Sickle. Here comes Mark Esri. Beats his man, Mark Steele. He's got the goalie, and the net comes flying off. Everybody goes flying in.
I think that might be a penalty shot for Esri. It's at least
And Eisenhower takes a hard fall.
That's a scary collision. Hopefully Joe's okay, but he looks like he's getting up.
I was worried for a second as he was tangled in. Yeah, we'll see. We haven't had a penalty shot yet this season.
Looks like it's going to be a tripping call. That's what their official signaled.
I'd like to also thank Taylor Ruyer, Game Day Operations, Frank Schmidt, Operations Intern, Larry Rummel, Sound Crew, Al Moon, and Lawrence Rummel also on the Sound Crew, Jared Tennant, Communications Manager and Color Commentary, and Casey Healy on the video stream as that net, you would say at least once per time the net comes off, but that time the net was pushed off as full-on collision into the net from right to left there. Are you a little surprised no penalty shot call? Or
in any other league I would be, but it seems like officials are very hesitant to give out penalty shots in this league for whatever reason.
I'd say they're a dime a dozen, but I never understood what that phrase meant. So we'll have a face-off, though, after the tripping call, and the Icebreakers on the Lake Cal power play as Mark Steele, or excuse me, David Nicoletti goes to the box. Thank you to Lake Cal for providing their fitness center. Hey, you want to get your New Year's resolution goals started early? Then head over to Lake Health Fitness Center, catty corner here to the Menor Ice Arena, and they'll make it happen with you. Clauston with the feed to Esri at the circle to Duncan. Give and go passing here. Good crowd on hand of Fanatics Menor Ice Arena. You could join in. 2 tickets start at just $13, $16, or $30 for the Founders Room suite. Esri now cycles around the right circle. Leaves that one for Brody. Duncan goes for the deflection shot, and that was from, who's that? Thomas Stewart Dant. Stewart Dant was in prime real estate for the deflection shot. Just goes off the post. Minute 10 remaining here in the Lake Cal Power. That 3 on the 13 gets kind of crunched up with the snowflake decal.
Gonna have to get used to it for the next 6 games or so.
It's a nice looking jersey, but when you got to quickly see that number, some of those get scrunched up a bit. But hey, if that's the worst of our problems in life, we're okay. 14:25 remaining here in the third period. Hard to believe it's been already the third period. It's kind of been a fast-moving game.
And in Danbury, it looks like Watertown's actually taking the lead. They're up 3-2 now with the Tyler Jurich goal.
Wouldn't that be impressive if Danbury could sweep Watertown, and being 2 games away, could they get a double-digit win streak in their expansion season? That would make Hat City explode. I mean, hats off to Danbury. Pun intended both times.
You're forcing it now. I don't know.
Well, they are proud of that Hat City. We'll talk about that story when Danbury comes to town after Christmas, but we might as well embrace it. They're very proud of the history and lineage of Hat City. Now Menor crosses over the blue line. Feeds it up right side to Butita. Butita's surveying his options, got it to Conway. Flips on the far boards now. Butita back to Daniel. Wind up. Eisenhower makes a save, but gets behind him. I don't know how that one didn't go in. Off of the stick of Tim Perks, he could have had a 2-goal night.
Just sat there in the crease. It felt like it was there forever, but no icebreaker in sight to finish that one.
13:21 remaining here in the third period, and the Rumblebees are back to full strength. Men are looking for their 11th win on the season. Battle Creek still looking for their first in franchise history. And a whistle on the ice there. Moe's Southwest Grill caters any event, office, lunches, house parties, tailgates, weddings, ballet recitals, and yes, thumb wrestling tournaments. Moe's Catering will fill your fajita, taco, and nacho bars with fresh and flavorful ingredients that are sure to please everyone. Just order at moes.com/catering or visit our Menor, South Euclid, or Mayfield stores. Welcome to Moe's. And Jared, I know you won't be with us next weekend as you will be headed to the National Thumb Wrestling Competition in Paducah, Kentucky, but we look forward to hearing how you do when you return on Thirsty Thursday. We'll tell the fans how you did. But right now, they're on the Lake Health power play, the Icebreakers are once again, as Tommy Austin Weber takes a beat of the box on slashing call. So Menor will have the advantage now.
One question is Paducah, Kentucky a real city, or did you make that up?
It is an actual real city.
Okay.
I don't know if
Just
actual
making
and
sure.
real both need to be said to home the point, but it is a real city, Paducah, Kentucky, and you should know because that's where the National Thumb Wrestling Competition is held every year. I'm just proud to know somebody that got invited to it, but we won't spoil any more until it's already happened. Now, Farrington to Brody Duncan, center blue line. He'll feed that one up over the left circle to Esri. Esri to Farrington. Farrington centers it back to Duncan. Duncan winds up, goes off Xander's stick, back to him. Costin wants to feed right side. Costin gets it. He'll dump it right back to Duncan. Duncan winds up, goes for the deflection shot to Stuart Dant. Nice sportsmanship move there by Stuart Dant as he didn't try to tip it out of Eisenhower's hand after he'd already made the save.
Yeah, especially in a game like this, there's no need for anything like that. And Stuart Dant's the one guy that you're 100% sure knows that. Longtime veteran, pro hockey.
Thomas Stuart Dant, the lefty, 6 foot, 200 pounds, out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. The veteran on the team. Had a nice performance here the last home game, and he had 2 goals in the third period to seal the deal.
The 2 big ones against Port Huron.
And that was some of that veteran flair, and that's what Coach Duncan wanted to get out of him. He's adding a bit of that veteran know-how. Declan Conway now races from the slot, goes left side. Tim Perks crosses over and takes a shot that goes just wide left. Now in the slot area, Dimitri Daniluk's trying to sneak one in. And a whistle on the ice with 11:27 remaining. 21 seconds remaining in the Lake Health power play.
Dimitri is getting aggressive there, looking for his first of the season. Played in 8 games this year after missing the first couple of weeks of the season with an injury. He has a couple of assists in 8 games, 10 penalty minutes.
From Minsk, Belarus.
Of course, as I was saying before about Danbury, they always seem to get that timely goal right after Jurich scored to put Watertown on top. Carter Shinkaruk just scored for Danbury to tie it back up at 3-3.
Hats off. That one was for you, Jared.
I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
Another whistle on the ice, 11-13. Hat City's buzzing. I mean, their ears must be ringing. Not even, I don't know, is that a home broadcast for them or no?
It is there in Danbury tonight.
So, I mean, the amount of times the word hat has been said tonight has now increased because it normally would only be said in one broadcast and maybe in a quick roving moment over the standings. But since we've said it a few extra times, like, they must have their ears ringing in Danbury, Connecticut. 8 seconds left in the Lake Health power play. We'll have the draw here from the neutral zone closest to Rumblebees net. And they'll dump that one behind the net. So that will have time expire, and Battle Creek will be back to full strength. 11 even minutes remaining here. Slam is done to Sanahan, getting the Fanatics into it. A good game here so far for the Icebreakers. Picking up speed over the neutral zone. McKenna couldn't keep up with his own handle there. He had a nice sprint going down the ice, but lost control of the puck, and here comes Soilis. Soilis trying to get it to maybe Luciani center there. He'll send it a little wide left. McKenna will take the pass, so good effort to get back defensively, much as Carl Manson did earlier for Battle Creek, and he'll send that one wide left. Icebreakers on the change. Third period. It's been a one-goal period so far in favor of Mentor, and that one goes off the side of the net from Blake Naida. Now here come the Icebreakers on the near boards. Farrington tries to go around the back of the Rumblebees defensive line there. Eventually loses control of the puck. Now Soilis up on the near boards again. Been a pretty good night for Stavros Soilis. He's been involved in a lot of the better offensive efforts from the Rumblebees tonight. Played about 5 games so far for Battle Creek. Now crossing into the neutral zone. Farrington, nice cut back. Feeds it up to Naida. Now to Esri. But Battle Creek will flip that one down into the defensive zone of the Icebreakers. Brody Duncan getting heavily forechecked there by the Rumblebees, but a nice agility to keep that puck away. And he'll send it down the length of the ice. Conway can't get there first, but Battle Creek will. 44-18 shot on goal advantage, and now here come the Rumblebees the other way. Moscow, but have you noticed the Icebreakers defensive line's done a good job at having 2 to the 1 offensive player coming, so Battle Creek's not getting a chance to really switch sides of the ice.
That's been one of their biggest issues throughout the year. They really just can't get it out of their zone. They play 3/4 of most games in their own defensive zone, and by the time they clear it, they have to get a line change off.
That, and eventually the amount of time spent in that zone, you're going to give up goals. Good goalie or not, as you alluded to earlier, Jacob Mullen and Joel Eisenhower both around the same percentage, that 850, 860 mark, and it's tough when you have that many shots consistently coming in. And for the D-line, you can't just blame them either. It's tough when you're not able to get any offense to continue at a consistent pace going forward. So all the pieces slowly come together, but it's, obviously been a tough start for the expansion team. Only time will tell. They'll put it all together, I'm sure, at some point. So 8:13 remaining now here in the period. We apologize for any technical difficulties if there's any lag on the stream. Now trying to get off a shot here. Butita sends it center. Wind-up shot, and the save made by Eisenhower.
Official timeout.
The Icebreakers leading shots on goal now, 44-18. They've dominated shots on goal so far this period.
So that is we got it in the chat stream. Somebody helped us out. We didn't know what a dime a dozen meant. You just hear, it's one of those phrases you hear. Like, good as gold, you understand. Like, gold is good. So if it's good as gold, that would be great, right? But dime a dozen, we didn't know what it meant. So thank you to the fan. So abundant or common as to hold little or no value. So we appreciate the, so now we know. So a dime a dozen would be something that's so common it doesn't hold much value. So I think retroactively speaking, when I attempted to use it, it made little sense. So
well, the more you know, you learn every day.
So I will not probably be inserting dime a dozen very often into a broadcast, because I know when, because even if we were so like say Declan Conway scored so often, it would still hold great value. So it wouldn't be like, oh, another goal for Declan Conway, that's a dime a dozen, because it would be something of little value. So we won't be using the dime a dozen phrase much more, but we thank the fan for letting us know about that. It's always, I like learning. Do you like learning, Jared?
Yeah, it feels like a high school English class a little bit right now.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I'm going to have to pass on that. I'll leave that one.
I was impressed with the word they first put before the semicolon. Ubiquitous?
Yeah, that's a big one. There you go.
I like that. Ubiquitous. I'll try to use you. Oh, no, because then that means dime a dozen. I was going to say I'll insert ubiquitous in, but I don't think that'll work either. So 7:54 left here, and thanks for joining us in English class here on YouTube.com. We'll have a face-off here at the right defensive circle.
Good way to spend the media timeout.
Yeah. Icebreakers take a shot, wind up, slides out. Hey, I've heard Tom Hamilton at a late night Indians game, discuss favorite flavors of ice cream. You know, you're on the road in Anaheim and it's late night and you're playing Pacific times, but still it's Eastern. You're used to the Eastern schedule, so hey, if you could fill it, you fill it. Maybe you entertained one person, and if you didn't, maybe you at least made yourself laugh. 7:24 remaining here in the third period. Icebreakers with a 6-2 lead in the neutral zone. Control the puck. Nice backhand pass there from Jackson Tucker up to McKenna, but Malcolm Zander on the read. And he'll flip that one down off of Jordan Brandt's stick. And first time we see Jordan Brandt, what have you thought so far tonight, Jared?
Well, first goal, obviously, he wants that one back from the tough angle with Ryan Alves. But overall, he's been good. That Adam Howie goal, kind of a weird situation. I'm sure Brandt thought he should have stopped it, but it was a really good shot by Howie.
Hey, speaking of good shots, there's one there from Tommy Austin Weber, deflected back out by Jordan Brandt. Battle Creek's had a few good looks. Having 2 goals on 19 shots on goal isn't terrible, but I would say the tougher thing is only having 19 shots on goal.
Yeah, looking at some of the Rumble Beast stats that were provided to us by Terry Ficcarelli, their play-by-play man, they're giving up an average of 50 shots a game. They only get an average of 20 shots a game, and right now it's just about looking like we're going to hit those averages. 46 shots for the Icebreakers, only 19 for the Rumble Bees, so you can't win games like that.
Yeah, thanks to Terry for the detailed game notes, and he's got the broadcast here alongside us here tonight for the radio station up in Battle Creek. If I remember correctly off the top of my head, it is FAT 1027.
1027 WFAT.
Yeah, and I think they call it, though, FAT 1027.
The fat one, something like that.
Yeah. So now we'll have a face-off, right defensive circle. Howie will take it for the Rumble Bees versus that draw guy, Nate Farrington, the captain, Nate Farrington. An honor for him, I'm sure. And how about the honor for John Butita, Rookie of the Year?
I guess he's going to go here.
He is. Soilis and Ezri right in front of the Hive, trading fisticuffs. Into the fire. Here we go. Pay-per-view style. Strong grapple lockup. Ezri and Soilis are just trading rights and lefts. Helmets are off. They're letting them go. Ezri may have the upper hand. Soilis is still sending them. I'm surprised they're letting them still go. They're kind of letting this one play out a bit. They've landed a few. Ezri's got him an armbar takedown there.
Out. Soilis, that is, gets the takedown. But that was a really good scrap. Those two guys shook hands afterwards.
And they fist bump after. It's like the old story, like you fight somebody as a kid and you solve your problem and you say, okay, you're pretty tough, kid. I'll leave you alone. They both go to the box. I don't think any hate there, just little throwdown here at Menor Ice Arena.
Soilis had the clear upper hand early in that one. Then Estrie came back with some really big right hooks. And then it was kind of back and forth until Soilis got the takedown to end it off.
Is that how you blow off that last little bit of steam? Like you had a little bit of energy left in the game. And you're like, you know what? Let's fight.
Yeah, those guys were getting into it. It didn't seem like it was lighthearted. Well, not lighthearted, but
it was a respect fight.
Yeah, at first it seemed like they were both pretty upset, but I think as it went on, they realized it was just a good scrap.
They're like, let's just trade blows with each other. So 4-on-4 is that's the first time we've had a 4-on-4 tonight.
Actually, with the 5-minute fighting majors, you don't have to be a man down on the ice.
Okay, so we got 5-on-5, and that's what we'll do. We haven't had a 4-on-4. We've had some unique ones in the past couple games, but today it's been pretty standard. Here comes Zander leading that charge. They kind of got their guys stuck behind, and they were looking to play forward, but their offensive forwards were a bit behind. Now it's a 3-on-1 the other way. Conway winds up. It goes just wide left.
Looking for a second consecutive hat trick. It had one last night with the 4 goals. Would have been second of his career and second in 2 nights.
I don't think we've ever seen back-to-back hat tricks for an icebreaker.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. Let's go, Declan.
We have a lot of stats, but I don't believe we've seen that quite yet. Tim Perks pushed out of the way and takes a seat on the ice. Now
Yvonne Clausen's going to go here.
Vaughn and Mark Steele, they're looking to dance. More Beastie Boys here as they tangle up. 2 fights here in a minute. I know there's a wrestling pay-per-view in the NWA and UFC's on pay-per-view tonight, but we got it right here live free on YouTube.com.
Well, big shot there from Clouston, and then Steele fires right back.
Steele's trying to take his jersey off for some reason.
Another pretty good one. Two guys that really aren't fighters.
I don't know. Things getting a little crazy here, huh?
You know, last year the Icebreakers had Ivan Vilkauskas on their roster, that was their go-to guy for fights, but they really don't have that this year.
Ivan Vilkauskas got in a scrap?
Now, looking at their roster, just not a guy who's there to throw the body and get in fights. Mark Essery kind of fills that role, but he's a scorer primarily. Leads the team in penalty minutes right now.
That's a perfect segue because next weekend we'll be unveiling an Icebreakers Christmas Greeting Year 2. And in last year's one, there was a line, and who could forget good old Moose? If you mess with him, he'll cook you like a Christmas goose. So that was because he was physical. And we saw some maturity from Ivan as well, but he definitely could throw down if he needed to. Next weekend, though, Jared, will be the, while you're thumb wrestling, I'll be unveiling the Icebreakers Christmas Greeting.
It's a big one to look forward to.
It's that holiday time. Got to get in the spirit here at Menor Ice Arena. 4:47 remaining in the game. Too many more fights, though, and it'll start getting ubiquitous. I did it. See, I rose to the challenge. Jackson Tucker winds up and goes off the back glass.
Proud of you. I really am.
I was thinking about, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. And then it kind of worked. So, wait, we might get another one. Speaking, and a hard blow from behind. This one a little less friendly. I can't see the guy with the Canucks jersey and Reds hats in my way. They're all scrumming here over here, though.
Look how he took down, I think that was Alfonso Diaz for the Icebreakers, and obviously Menor's not going to be too happy about that one.
See what I said?
How he paid for that one right away.
First two were respectful. Now it's getting a little crazy. It's a dime a dozen anymore.
These two teams have already matched up 6 times this season. I think they're getting a little bit sick of each other.
Yeah, we won't see Battle Creek until Monday, January 20th. Monday at 2 o'clock. If there ever was a stranger note on the schedule, I almost had to double check when I said that to make sure I said the right thing.
I think that's on MLK Day.
Okay.
So that makes a little bit more sense.
I was confused by that. Monday, January 20th, 2 o'clock start here versus Battle Creek. And Jared, that's the last time we'll see the Rumblebees.
The yellow and black attack.
Yeah, I'll kind of miss them.
Hopefully they can figure things out here pretty soon. Obviously, it's tough when you're on a team like that dropping 18 straight, but to their credit, they're still playing hard. They're still looking for the right pieces, still trying to get that first win.
And like we said, we can kind of relate. Elmira joined before us last year. Menor had just months to put the team together. Battle Creek at the same position, but what I would give the harder thing for Battle Creek is they were one of 4 expansion teams joining a 10-team league, so they really had the last chances to put everything together.
And didn't have the benefit of an expansion draft, which is kind of same about the Icebreakers were in last year.
That's true.
I've got to correct something here. That was not Adam Howie on that cross-check to Keenan, I believe it was. It started that home melee. That was actually David Nicoletti, who gets a 4-minute penalty for cross-checking.
And he was in the box before. There's actually 3 Rumblebees in the box. Oh, and a takedown there from behind.
With 2 fighters and then Nicoletti.
That's Adam Howie did take down Declan Conway, or who is that? That's Keenan? In the slot, he got taken down from behind by Howie. 3:48 remaining, and almost all of that's on the Lake Health power play. 3:19 remaining on the Lake Health power play. The extended power play. Crossing the neutral zone, veteran Stuart Dant. Rims around the perimeter of the rink, and now Battle Creek will dump it all the way down to Jordan Brandt. So Jordan Brandt will look to go 2-1 if the Icebreakers hold out, barring a resilient Rumblebees comeback. Duncan stick handles his way, past the blunt, fakes the shot, left circle, slot, and that was a nice feed from Brody Duncan. But Butita doesn't get the finish on it. It's kind of fun to have Conway and Butita trade, and they help each other a lot on the assists, but they trade off on, who takes the lead on points and goals and assists, and they're both right there, but they're rooting for their other teammate at the same time.
Yeah, Butita, it was really a John Butita show. That first homestand the Icebreakers had, and then Declan Conway kind of took over on the road trip, and now both of them have goals here tonight.
Butita almost makes another one, but good close out there by Eisenhower. Now Henry Berger trying to keep it down here. Dimitri Danieluk will keep control of it to get to Tim Perks.
Got to mention this right away. Danbury's now up 6-3 on Watertown.
I told you they
Two more
score in
goals.
punches.
They really do.
Hat City is out of control. Does anybody have a hat trick for the hat tricks?
Last night, I believe Corey Anderson. Don't quote me on that.
2:10 remaining here in the third period.
6 different hat tricks have scored tonight in in
Six,
Danbury.
okay. But no hat tricks.
No hat tricks, though, unfortunately, no.
No. Henry Berger, left side blue line. Back and forth here to Dimitri Danieluk. Feeds it up to Tim Perks. Conway with the spinning shot. And a nice save made by Eisenhower. Stats again that we got that information from Terry Ficcarelli. Looks like it's going to be dead on. 48 shots on goal for the Icebreakers, 19 for Battle Creek. That would keep things on both of those paces.
Another noteworthy score from tonight is Elmira pulled off a win over Carolina, so ends the Thunderbirds' winning streak and hands them a very rare loss.
So Carolina came in 15-1, but here's the thing. Carolina's 11-game win streak, although not playing Mentor, well, now they'll be aggravated when they come to town.
Yeah, great. Perfect.
But really, Elmira's win hurts Mentor more because Elmira's knocking on the door right behind Mentor.
Yeah, for sure. If you're an Icebreakers fan, you're rooting for the Thunderbirds in that game if you're doing some early season standings watching.
Especially since by the time Mentor and Elmira play 6 times over about a month and a half, those games could matter quite a bit. And if the teams are this close, one team could surpass the other if they, take most of the series against each other.
That's why I said those 4 teams at the top of the Eastern Division, Watertown, Danbury, Mentor, and Elmira, no order with those teams would finish would surprise me. I could see any of those 4 clubs finishing in first place in the East.
And we won't get another crack at the Wolves until Friday through Sunday, a 3-game homestand versus the Wolves to end the month of March.
Yeah, one more final tonight. Port Huron over Columbus 3-0, their second straight over the River Dragons after they beat them last weekend.
Port Huron's one of those teams, if you look at where they are standings-wise, they'll make the playoffs, but I feel like Port Huron can be better and can be worse than their record is.
I always felt like that last year as well with all those veteran guys. It just seems like they struggle to show up some nights, but when they're on, they're as good as it gets in the FPHL.
I mean, Dalton Jay's one of the fastest guys towards the slot in the FPHL, I would say, in my estimation. If you get a guy like him going and then you got the 300-point man, Matt Robertson, you have a lot of offensive talent there. If you could shore up things a bit defensively like they did against Columbus, anything could happen. Well, teams are back to full strength. Tank it down there, Morrow, and that'll draw a whistle against the Rumblebees. 21.5 seconds left. Icebreakers, 49 shots on goal, 20 for Battle Creek as we officially wind things down here. We'll do it all again next Friday and Saturday when the Carolina Thunderbirds come to Mentor Ice Arena for the first time. For ticket information, go to MentorIcebreakers.com or call 440-290-8502. Don't forget to stock those stuff those stockings with Icebreakers official merchandise. They're on the Lake Cal power play, but there's only 16 seconds left, and this one will be wound down. But website shopping coming soon for the Mentor Icebreakers. Coming soon here, though, in 5 seconds will be an Icebreakers win and a weekend sweep. The shot won't get off in time. Final score from Mentor Ice Arena. The Icebreakers 6, the Rumblebees 2, completing the weekend sweep. The Mentor Icebreakers will improve to 11-7 with 33 points. Elmira now 8-7-1-1 will 27. Mentor will stay above them. And what was the Danbury looks like? Was that a final?
I believe they're in the third period of that game.
So if Danbury wins, how about this? The Hat-Tricks would be in first place of the Eastern Division on a 9-game win streak. They would be at 35 points. And Watertown and Mentor would now be tied at 33. And with the head-to-head being 1-1, Mentor and Watertown would be tied once again for second place here. Still plenty of hockey left of the season.
And Elmira would be only 6 points behind.
6 points behind, yeah.
There's only 2 wins in the FBHL, of course, when you get 3 points for a regulation win.
And when you take a look at third period, only 1 goal scored for Mentor, but they jumped out to a 3-1 lead after 1 and a 5-2 lead after 2 en route to a 6-2 victory. And from your view here at the Breakers broadcast booth, Jared, what would you say is the top things that stand out to you from this 6-2 victory?
Well, it's always good to see guys that are not named Declan Conway and John Butita getting involved in the offense. You saw Mark Essery score a goal tonight. Tim Perks again had another goal. And Brody Duncan, of course, with the early offense in the first minute of the game, getting that slap shot that beat Eisenhower. But it's good to see him spreading the offense around.
And then, of course, it's good to see Conway and Butita continue to add to their totals, too. We'll take 218 goal scores, when you can get them. And they've earned that. And you got to, if you're an Icebreaker fan, really enjoy just how much they've grown from last year. I know we're 18 games into this season, but the fact that they continue to improve on the ice, and I think this was a big test because Battle Creek, not Battle Creek, whoever you're playing, you lost 4 of the last 5. You come back, you take care of business. You got to play the teams in front of you. You got to return. They were a little bit on the slide on a tough road trip. Now they come back and they need some momentum because the Carolina Thunderbirds, the aggravated Carolina Thunderbirds dropping one to Elmira on their 11-game win streak, are coming to town. And do you think Carolina would like to get back to their winning ways? I think they probably would.
Oh, for sure. But if you're an Icebreakers fan, the most encouraging thing about this season so far is the record is 11-7, which is solid all around. Could be a little bit better. Some of these close games they've lost, but out of those 7 losses, every single one of them has been by 2 goals or less, including a couple of 1-goal games. So even when they're losing, they're still in these games. They're not getting blown out.
That's exactly true. They had some tight ones with Danville, but tonight they win 6-2 after winning 6-1 last night. A huge night and huge weekend for Declan Conway. Great to see the returning Tim Perks. And once again, the final, the Mentor Icebreakers 6, the Battle Creek Rumblebees 2. We'll do it again next weekend here on YouTube.com. Have a safe rest of your weekend and a good week. And until next time, we'll see you all later.